All right, what is up? So, great race. Pretty much out of then the rains came, which begs the question, should NASCAR have started the race a little bit earlier, maybe get rid of some of those pre-race things like they did in Chicagoland? But let's get going here. Either way, that poll question is up, by the way. William Byron is your winner. Daniel Suarez with a nice second place finish there. AJ Allmendinger almost did the three-peat for Trackhouse there. Ends up finishing second. AJ Allmendinger finishes third. Michael McDowell is fourth. Kyle Busch recovers from a few incidents in this race to finish fifth. Brad Keselowski, who probably had the fastest car, if not one of the fastest cars tonight, finishes in sixth place in the number six car. And how about number seven? Seventh place finisher here, JJ Yaley in the Rick Ware Racing car. Good run for him. Good run. Another good run for Justin Haley. That's back-to-back top tens for Justin Haley. Good run for Ryan Blaney, one of the favorites here, of course. And Ricky Stenhouse rounds out your top 10. Eric Jones, who was a magnet for a lot of cars off of him, but it wasn't anything necessarily dirty. It just was one of those races where he was around a lot of the wrecks. Austin Cindric is 12th. Chase Elliott 13th. Good points night for him. Denny Hamlin is 14th, and Chris Buescher is rounding out your top 15. All right, so let's see what you guys want to talk about. Team FT says, hello, what's up, Team FT? Mike Ora, Yaley with that P7, holy hell, yeah. Good run, without a doubt, for JJ Yaley, and great run by him for sure. I'm always rooting for JJ. Good to see him finally get another top 10, says Team. Mike Ora, I'm absolutely stunned by it. Look, this has got to be, has Rick Ware Racing finished any higher than this ever before? I can't recall. If they have, it's beyond me. Yaley's first top 10 since 2013. Hey, look at that. Look, Team FT is on it in 10 years. That is insane. Earth 3 had Ty Dillon winning. We're going to stick to Earth 2. Earth 3 is too many. Earth 2, let's see who did win on Earth 2. I didn't even look at that. Earth 2, Austin Hill. Austin Hill edges out Kyle Larson in Earth 2. Ross Chastain finishing third on Earth 2. Ty Gibbs is fourth. And Noah Gragson is fifth. Noah Gragson was actually up there running good. Cole Custer, outrun by his Rick Ware teammate. He finishes 32nd in this one. So, yeah, there you go. Of the Earth 2 regulars, Corey LaJoie was the best finisher, so he has increased his standing on Earth 2 with that run there. Now, Kyle says, I only voted because that would mean the 24 voted no, because that would mean the 24 wouldn't have won. Says Kyle, hey, congratulations, your guy got it done. It's whoever is leading when the race ends, and he played the game, and he did it the right way. I just wouldn't. Absolutely not. I will take my 75 bones from Willie B's win. He was one of the favorites. So, I mean, without a doubt, not like a huge upset, just the way it happened. Some people are upset about that. They wanted it to be pushed forward like they did the Chicago race. First stage was awesome racing, says one wise guy. I thought the whole race was awesome. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about the weather. Howdy from Canuckistan. What's up, Robin Marks? What's up, Canada? X-Dude says, still wondering why this race started at 7:30 on a Sunday. Good question. Good question. Ask NBC. I'm pretty sure they control the start times as far as that goes. Old home guy says, what happened to Cole Custer being multiple laps down? I don't know what happened to him. He never seemed to be in this race. Willie B, I hate it, but hate it had to end like this, but he drove his butt off on that last run, says Finn. I agree with you. Escobar says, I'll tell you, two guys that really impressed me was Truex and Reddick going high, and Brad Keselowski, for whatever reason. That car was on rails tonight, and he could put it anywhere and pass people, so that was really fun to watch. Escobar says on a late race, and, of course, Willie B to get where he got at the end, of course. On a late race, NASCAR seeing possible bad weather late. Why not move the race up an hour? Yeah, I don't get it either. They did it for the Chicago race. I don't understand why they didn't do it for this race. Once again, NASCAR being inconsistent. NASCAR is going to NASCAR. My favorite drivers are AJ and Suarez, so there's that. LOL, says Evan. Hey, they didn't have bad runs. Yay, Willie Milk Toast wins again, says Section 8. So there you go. For all the people that like Willie B, some people think he's a little vanilla. Mark Barnum, best part of the night. Hamlin still sucks and Bubbles spins. So anti-Toyota gang over there with Mark Barnum. Denny and Bowman What I just missed it. Denny and Bowman can't stay away from each other, says Robert Marks. Yeah, they're like magnets. Hack and Hack Jr. Always getting together. William Thomas, appreciate the super chat with the fist bump there. In 5 more laps, Blaney would have been in the front. Either Blaney or Brad Keselowski. They were both charging right there at the end. So I agree with you. Both. I can't believe a Ford didn't win. That's the craziest part. But at the end of the day, they had to come in and get fuel. They didn't have enough time, I guess, to get back up there. So sort of is what it is. Although J.J. Haley was making some moves. Willie B having quite the season now. Go get a cup, says X Dude. Yeah. So once again, last year he started off like this and had a slump. This year he had the slump, but it looks like he's broken out of it here, at least recently. So this might be Willie B's year without question. They called the race. Who won? Says Nicole Wimley. William Byron. William Byron gets the win. They called it a little bit early. I'm pissed off, says Roofer. NASCAR not calling a caution for the 4 car was BS, says Robert Key. Yeah, that was kind of questionable, especially given that they've called cautions for less than that in the past. So once again, NASCAR being NASCAR, consistently inconsistent. I consider that a gift from the NASCAR gods, where Haley snuck over the 24 at Daytona. That gorgeous Flames independent scheme would have been a race winner. Hey, yeah, like you win some like that, you lose some like that. So that's just the way it goes, the way the ball bounces sometimes. Brad Keselowski won this race, says Roofer. Hey, look, I think he had the best car. As far as what I was seeing, probably him, Ryan Blaney, and Martin Truex Jr. Probably the 3 best cars I saw out there. I think the race started late because last year the heat was unbearable. Yeah, that's fair enough. But once they saw the rain was coming in, they could have bumped it up an hour easily, at least 30 more minutes easily. But they did not do that like they did at Chicago. Chicago, they bumped it up early. Escobar says, I know for most people, love this racing at Atlanta, but I'll take old Atlanta over this any day. Old Atlanta had some good finishes as well. I thought it was a good race, action-packed from flag to flag, says Josh Strickland. I suck. It sucks it ended that way. It was a pretty good race. Shaw, what's up, man? Good to see you on here. Milk Toast and Vanilla isn't slaying Blaney's sister, says Say Kyle. So, yeah, he's got some apparently he's got some game in the offseason or behind the scenes. One wise guy, only time I heard about Elliott was in the pre-race show. Yeah, he ended up finishing, I think, 13th. So that'll be good points-wise for him. I think he'll gain some points on some people. Certainly, he'll gain some points on Ty Gibbs, who was involved in one of those wrecks. Ty Gibbs finishing near the back, so he will gain some points as far as that goes. The 24 car was the 1,000th win for NASCAR and the 2,000th win, 2,000th being tonight, says Mark Ora. Also, it was the 1,000th start for the Toyota Camry was today, and Richard Childress starting the race in that 29 car, honoring Kevin Harvick. That was pretty cool as well. Mr. Pearson, what's up? The fear of the rain made it exciting. Yeah, that knowing the rain was coming made them race better, so nobody could just ride around. Chrome Diesel says, hi, BB. Do you think pre-race ceremony should be shown on pre-race show? Have a start your engines at the top of the hour, racing waiting 20 minutes to go green. Yeah, that's I've always thought that they should just start it when you know weather's in the area, and yeah, just showing that on part of the pre-race. I agree with that too. So part of your pre-race, just work that stuff in because some of the pre-race, I'd rather have a shorter pre-race and a longer post-race. So that's how I feel on that one. The 6 car was the best, not even a contest, says Roofer. What happened to the Toyotas today? Hamlin had the best finish of them. I think they got caught up in that. Well, part of it was they got caught up in one of those wrecks. A lot of them did. And the other part of it, that off-sequence pit cycle caught them up as well. Brickyard says, with all the top TV markets east of the Mississippi, they're catering to who? I don't know. This was just an NBC start time. So it depends on what NBC was trying to accomplish here. I don't know what they were running before the race or anything like that. Also, it was on USA. So I don't know what USA had going on before the race. But it is what it is. They could have not run so many caution laps and got at least 10 more green flag laps of racing in, says Mark Barnum. Yeah, that was sort of a weird caution. Either go back to green or call it. Don't keep running them under yellow. Stephen Emilio Jr., what cracks me up is they had all freaking day. They could have moved the race up at any time. Yeah, I mean, if you move it up an hour, you probably get the vast majority of it in. I mean, they got the vast majority of it in, but you know what I'm saying? You would have got close to that finish if you just bump it up an hour, or if you just got rid of some of the pre-race ceremonies, you get closer to finishing this one as well. Do you think BJ McLeod would have won if they went the full distance without the rain? It's going to be hard to on Earth 2. BJ McLeod. It's going to be hard to beat Austin Hill when he had looks like he had a 92 lap lead over the rest of the field there. So it was just going to be hard to beat him on Earth 2, without question. OJ. I really didn't want to see Byron win. Says T Van. How about Kyle Busch? Another lucky race, crap all day, then fortune shines. Or the horseshoe wiggles. Yeah, so that's another one. A lot of people saying this is looking like Kyle Busch's year because everything just keeps bouncing his way. So that's a fair statement as well. This was the most intense race I've seen, says Dylan Brown. This is the best race as far as nobody riding around I've seen in quite some time. BK's race to lose, says Timmy Pilkerton. I agree with that. He was when he decided to go like midway through stage 2. I was like, oh my God, he was just passing people at wheel. It was crazy. And then with those new tires at the end, he was on the way. Sort of got backed up behind McDowell there, but if it hadn't have been for McDowell sort of being in his way, he would have got it up to at least third. Denny Sucks. That 29 car looked good out on the track, says Josh Strickland. How about the playoff picture, though? There is so much jostling around the cutoff. Does that mean the next gen is working? LOL, says Evan. Only if you like the playoffs. So I can't judge the new car being good because I don't like the playoffs. And that's just me personally. If you like the playoffs, that's fine. I'm not telling you how to enjoy the sport. I'm just saying I would rather have like a full season's worth of points. That's my preference. So I don't even factor the playoffs into how good the car is. I agree, says Stupid Roofer, says T-Van. Quiet Cat, I'd like to see this track with no drafting package. It was a good race. Personally, I enjoyed it more than last week, says Quiet Cat. So yeah, that'll be a good question. That's probably, I can end this whole question because it looks pretty cut and dry there. Let's see. There we go. Kick the hornet's nest with that one. Let's see here. It was the 2000th win for Goodyear, so the winner got a special award for winning, says Stephen D'Amelio Jr. Yeah, I did hear that right before I came in here. Penske cars pitted because they were planning on the race going longer, I think. At least BK's radio talk, they were saying that. So the RFK cars were on that strategy too. I'm behind BK and RFK from here on out. That race really pissed me off, said Roofer. That's the way it bounces sometimes. Brad Keselowski's had a run of luck, and it's all been bad. As far as winning a race, like he's had some good finishes. Say Kyle says Stephen, the winner got a rhodium plated Goodyear trophy. Timmy says some of the best racing I've seen all year. Kyle Busch top 10 streak continues, by the way, 7 straight if I'm not mistaken. Says Elite. I didn't know it was up to 7, but yeah, that's what's up, and that's what people are talking about. Like, it seems like this might be his year because things just keep bouncing his way no matter what happens in the actual race. OJ and Toothpaste says, I just don't understand why they didn't put 4 fresh tires on the 5 car when he spun out. Then his right front. Me either, man. Like, oh, man. Gritting my teeth. I was like, why didn't you just put all 4 tires on when he was already in there? He ended up retiring the car anyway, but I just didn't get that call. Yes, BB, he was coming to the front, says Mr. Pilkerton. Kyle has rotten luck at super speedways. I'll bet he takes 20 years before he wins one. So, yeah, unlike Earnhardt winning the Daytona 500, it's going to be like, can Kyle Larson win a super speedway race? Current rhodium spot price for an ounce is $4,200, says Say Kyle, not Cal. So we'll see if that actually makes it out of Atlanta. Let's see. The cars seem to come in, then go away really fast. In my opinion, Truex is my example, and BK. Yeah. So once the tires started wearing, it looked like only a few guys could hold it down there and run the bottom. BK was one of them. Ford finally had them beat until they didn't. Damn, man. Says Timmy. Yeah. So that was definitely going to be a Ford day. And once again, just been a bad luck year for Ford. They found a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory there, without question. Your BK pick almost put you in Rain Man status. Hey, look, like if it wasn't for luck, I'd win them all. That's what Phil. Who used to say that? I think it was Phil Hellmuth. I don't know. Camaro 50. I'm with you, BB. I hate the playoffs. I mean, yeah, I just like full season points. It makes more sense to me for stock car racing. Playoffs make sense for other sports, so it is what it is. I was really looking, hoping Kez could have won, but Byron winning didn't affect the playoffs too badly, says Bruce Reed. Yeah, that's a fair point. You didn't get like the chaos of I don't know, of a guy outside of the top 16 in points winning. I couldn't remember how many playoff spots there were. It's up to 16 now. So half the field. Precision, Elite Precision 29 says stupid roofer. Yeah, and if you want to check out Elite Precision's page, Roofer has put it down here in the comments, so check it out. He's got really good stuff. If you like what you see, feel free to give him that subscribe. Dale Jr. Screaming has me watching on mute. That guy is an idiot, says Mark Barnum. That's going to be an unpopular opinion, but yeah, he'll definitely wake you up out of a coma if somebody starts wrecking. There's no doubt about that. Elite says, yeah, Cliff Daniels needs to hold this L. That was such a dumb call. Yeah, like I don't understand it. Like you have plenty of time there to put 4 tires on. Just put all 4 tires on. Be done with it. You're going to you're going to the back of the field anyway. Just put the 4 tires on and take the penalty. I don't. I'm with you, Elite. I'm with you, man. Like I was very frustrated with that. Especially because that car had so much speed, he could have been up there. He already had finished second in the stage. Didn't 5 make the same move on dirt with a tire decision? Says Timmy. I don't know. I don't remember what happened with the dirt race. Crew chiefs, lots of it for the Fords. Says David. Team says if I had to leave the stream for like 12 minutes. So what did you say about Yaley? Also, this is the first top 10 in over 10 years. Yep. That's basically what I covered. And I think it's the highest ever. I might be wrong on this, but it's the highest ever I remember a Rick Ware racing car finishing. But I might be wrong about that. Mark Barnum, Dale Jr. and Burton sound like competing auctioneers. Very annoying, says Shaw. Elite saying thanks to Roofer. I thought AJ was going to pull it off there. He's going to win one this year. Yeah. It looks like whatever was plaguing Colleague at the beginning of the season, they've got it figured out. I got a video releasing tomorrow, I hope, says Elite. So there you go. If you check out Elite's page, he's probably got one. I know what you mean. I know how you feel, man. He's probably got one releasing tomorrow if it clears all the hurdles you got to clear sometimes. Mark Langren, what's up, dude? Appreciate the thumbs up. And if you want to hit the thumbs up button, it would be much appreciated, but don't feel pressure to. Willie B lost a wheel. Well, from the tire coming apart, says Duke Chronic. What's your favorite fast food, BB? Long John Silver's or Del Taco? Of the two, I'd rather have Long John Silver's. I was never like a huge Del Taco person. I grew up on Taco Bell, so as nasty as Taco Bell is, I'm just used to it, and I prefer that as far as fast food, Mexican over Del Taco. Long John Silver is underrated, but Long John Silver is nowhere near as good as Captain D's. So I would go actually Captain D's, Taco Bell on that one. But of that choice there, I'd go Long John Silver's, no doubt. Camaro, what's up? $5 for Camaro winning. Good night all. Hey, appreciate it, Camaro. You are a man of your word. Every time the old Camaro wins, he donates to the Fiat project. So I appreciate you, brother. Another boring race. Chicago sucks, said Mark Langren. Let's see. Trackhouse and the you were wrong about the highest finisher. I believe Cody Ware finished 6th in a Rick Ware car last year, but a 7th from Yaley isn't far behind, says Team FT. So hey, there you go. There's your Rick Ware stats for the day. I did not remember that, but it had to be at a restrictor plate if that happened. Trackhouse in the 99 could have been, and I'm probably wrong about that now that I confidently put that out there. Trackhouse in the 99 could have been the 3rd win in a row, says Duke Chronic. Yeah, he was there. He was trying. He was doing the best he could. Roofer saying, betcha EP29. Team FT saying, good night, Camaro 50. John Mitchell, where is the Chase Elliott dude that will be giving me my money when Ross makes it farther in the chase this year? Says John Mitchell. I don't know. We'll have to go back and I can't even remember which live stream that was. But if you can remember what live stream that was, you'll have to go back and see who was making the wager there. Taco John's, says Mark Langren. I've never actually ate at a Taco John's, but I know what you're talking about. I've never eaten at one. I've seen the signs on the freeway in various states that I go through. Did Xfinity run normal oval package? I noticed they ran a small spoiler. They ran a smaller spoiler. I think the rest of the package was their normal package they run. Long John Silver's used to sponsor Front Row. I think they sponsored them this year, so I think they still do. Captain D's is the best. Yeah, Captain D's is where it's at, or it might be Captain D's now. I don't know. I think Long John Silver still sponsors the 38. I think they were on the 38 this year, if I'm not mistaken. Captain D's is the best. Says Quiet Cat. Nervosa Captain D's. So there you go. Captain D's is in the house. What is a Captain D's? Says Mark Langren. It is a good version of Long John Silver's, or a better version of Long John Silver's, because Long John Silver's isn't bad. Would you get sick if you ran in the rain? I would not get sick if I ran in the rain. Not as warm as it is today. I might get sick from running, period, though. Buddy used to work at Captain D's in high school. Used to get free food all the time, all the good old days. Let's say, Kyle. Yep, Captain D's, man. That's if you've never been to one, check them out. It's as far as fast food goes, it's not bad for seafood. Who is your champion for Phoenix on Earth 1 and Earth 2? Appreciate you, OJ. Earth 1, right now, it would have to be either Kyle Busch or William Byron. They just seem to be hot right now. Wild card, Christopher Bell, maybe. And for Earth 2, I just feel like this is going to be BJ McLeod's year, although Ty Dillon is stepping up and giving him some serious effort on Earth 2 there. Of course, for those who don't know what Earth 2 is, that is the exact opposite of Earth 1. So whoever finishes last wins the race in Earth 2. So that's what I'm talking about there. I haven't lost my mind. No more than I actually had it to begin with. Stephen Emilio Jr., I don't know how anyone else watched the race, but I tried the app, and every time it went to commercial and put the side by side, it never showed the race. It just went to full commercial. Oh, that's rough. Sounds like they were having some issues on the app there. Yeah, you're right. Where 6th was it Daytona? That race was where everyone wrecked. Oh, yeah, the Austin Dillon win. So yeah, the Austin Dillon win right there. So yeah, there you go. I appreciate you. Happy for Yaley. That was the only good part about the rain out, says T-Van. Yeah, that's one of the cool things about these super speedway races. It evens the playing field a little bit, and you get some guys in the top 10 who aren't normally in the top 10, and that's always a good thing to see. Long John Silver's over any taco place, says John Mitchell. Do they have a secret menu, says Duke Chronic? Not that I know of, but there's some dude that does all the secret menu stuff, so check out his channel on YouTube. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Elite Precision, I can't lie. This Atlanta race was actually good. It's pretty much 2000s Daytona. I agree with that. When handling was a premium, that's what I want Daytona to become again. Yeah, so that's the best part, without question. Appreciate you. Stupid Roofer also put the merch website up that I always forget to talk about. So if you want to buy hats, T-shirts, and stickers, check out that link that Roofer just put up. Thanks, dude. Yeah, so that's what I want to see out of super speedway racing. Not only are they close, but you have to have a car that handles, and that's what you saw at Atlanta tonight. That's what made it a really good race. Yes, they're restricted on power, but handling does still come into play. So that's all I want to see out of a super speedway race. Say, Kyle, Steven, I watch on the app every week, and it's pretty much always the case, unfortunately. So it looks like the app is a swing and a miss this season. Hopefully they can get it figured out. RJ says, what do you call for Bubba Wallace if he gets into a fight with Eric Amarola? An ambulance. Of course, referring to the pushing contest a few weeks ago between those two. Finn, Atlanta today felt like the racing product NASCAR has been chasing since they started high downforce package in 2018. I agree with you. And unfortunately, the high downforce is never going to give you the drivability of the car. So the more of that downforce they actually take away, that's when you're going to get something like Atlanta. Luckily, Atlanta, even though it's kind of freshly repaved, it did not have a lot of grip. And that's kind of what made this racing here good today. Mardi Gras 500, next street course, says Aaron Flynn. That would racing in New Orleans would be pretty cool, but I don't know that they're. I feel like the streets in New Orleans are pretty tight, but I don't know. I've only seen them in pictures. Chrome Diesel, do you think the surface will age quick, or where pack racing becomes non-existent? No, I think it'll always be pack racing there, just because of they have taken away so much horsepower that I don't think you can really get away from people. But I think it'll be sort of pretty much what you saw tonight for the rest of until they repave it again. Sucks both races got cut short due to rain. I agree with that. Also, what's your deal with Mary Smith, Marty and McGee radio show on Saturdays is a good show. I don't know. I just don't like Marty Smith. He's not my cup of tea. I don't hate him. I just don't prefer him, I guess I should say. I don't know. He's just not my vibe, I guess, or whatever the kids are saying these days. Bush is going to get 8 wins, says Stupid Roofer. And yeah, they do have a good show, by the way. They're actually a lot better talking about SEC football and stuff like that. I prefer them talking about that than racing, in my opinion. Let's see. Bush is going to get 8 wins, says Stupid Roofer. He could. He's definitely capable. He's running good every weekend. OJ and Toothpaste. What track do you dislike the most on the NASCAR Cup schedule? Let's see. Probably Richmond. And that's sad to say because it used to be one of my favorite tracks, but right now Richmond's just not put on great racing in a long time. Come on, Roofer, says Mark Langren. Byron, Bush, and Bell, all B's, says Duke Chronic. The Killer Bees. We lost our Long John Silver in my town about a year ago. It sucks. I miss it, says Steve Ann. Yeah, that's definitely a significant loss. I always hate it when like a good restaurant in your area goes away. That's always a bad deal. NBC sucks because they put stages 8 through 21 on Peacock only, so it's pretty lame. Good race, but I still have a hard time accepting rain as a win, as a real win. Just luck, and now Byron has 4. He may be luckier than Bush, says Shaw. Hey, there you go. It just depends on who you're looking at on what day of the Tour de France, says Mark Barnes. Oh, so it's Tour de France. That's probably why this race got pushed back. USA NBC Sports app is the worst video player ever. I feel like NASCAR needs someone like Smokey Yunick back again. Hey, Smokey Yunick was a character. Roofer saying, what's up to RJ? Say Kyle says, I don't care for a rain-shortened race, but man, racing when the rain is moving in is always nail-biting. Yeah, that's for sure, because you never know when it's going to end. They're always just going for it every lap. It does produce good racing up until the rain comes. IMSA did the NOLA in the 90s. Hey, so there you go. There is precedent for it. All right, more Rick Ware facts. Rick Ware Racing has existed since 1995. I did know that when Rick Ware himself ran one race in the Busch Series and one in ARCA. So there you go. There is your Rick Ware deal. A lot of people don't know that he's been around that long, by the way. Elite says, what do you think about that new splitter they're supposed to be testing this week? Apparently it's supposed to hurt the car. That's leading to or something like that. That might be a good idea. We'll just have to see how it plays out. I really just wish they would work on the short track package, though. Like this race was good, so just hopefully they can figure out something for the short tracks because these 1.5 miles and super speedways have been pretty good. The short tracks, I think, are what need help. Does Rick Ware tell dad jokes? I'm sure he does. Why did Kyle Larson tire just up and explode? Because he flat spotted it, and for whatever reason they only changed the rear tire and not the front tire. Still perplexes me as to what they were thinking there. Kurt Busch plans to race this year. What track do you see him making the start at if he does in fact follow through with this and drive the number 67? I would have to say Vegas has got to be one of them. I think he'd race more than one race, but I would say for sure Vegas would be one of them, and probably both of the Charlotte races, if I'm guessing. I guess Marty Smith is a dull as Al Borland in your eyes. BB says RJ Bansma. I don't know. It's just I don't know if it's the faux hawk in 2023 or what. I don't know. I don't know. He's just not my favorite sports personality, I guess I should say. Roofer says Marty Smith is just creepy and weird. I mean, I'm not going to take it that far, but like, he's not my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate anybody, but like, I would prefer to watch somebody else over him. Chrome Diesel. I saw some truck race replays from 2014 and 2015 in Michigan. They raced in a pack for a good amount of laps. Then it would eventually spread out. It looks similar to what we saw today and yesterday. Yeah, the truck series used to have a really good package for super speedways. That was probably back in the day. That was like one of the best things you could watch was a super speedway truck race. We have not seen full races in 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken there, Duke. Damn near, says Duke Chronic. So NBC put the first 7 stages of the tour on USA, then put the last 8 to 21 on Peacock. Elite Precision, are you going to do a video? He said he's got one coming out probably tomorrow. So check him out tomorrow. I think one's going to come up. Brickyard Brickhead said, I agree with RJB. I loved Smokey Unick, but he but he would be the new penalty king. To be fair, he never got a penalty. He just made them change the rules because he found loopholes in them. Rick Ware Racing has teams in a lot of series, drags, and Indy. They also have an IMSA team. The test in New Hampshire, specifically for short tracks, fingers crossed, says Say Kyle. Yeah, hopefully they get something figured out there. So the 5 crew was being the Three Stooges. Unfortunately, they were being the Three Stooges today, Mark. Underbody piece, says Stephen Emilio Jr. So hopefully whatever they put underneath the car fixes it for the short tracks. The whole carving a bad. The guy that got drafted by the Spurs, look-alike with his hair, was Pete Cringe, Marty Smith. LOL, says Say Kyle. Yeah, so I agree with that. The 5 crew chief, in my opinion, a boneheaded move. Yeah, it wasn't his highest. Wasn't his best day making that call, but then again, he's won a championship, so who am I to criticize him? A video about the splitter roofer, I probably won't, but I'll be keeping an eye on it when they test it. Brickyard, you from Speedway, Indiana, says RJ. I'm sure all of the Tour de France is on Peacock. Tour de France is on Peacock. Who remembers the last truck name? Freak. Says RJ. Team FT with the first changes. The first stages were on USA. Smokey, the new gray areas of the rule book, for sure. 24 lost some body work and won the race. Yeah, he lost like an under panel when he spun out earlier in the race. So we'll have to see how they go about that in tech. Of course, nothing's official until we get through tech. If we've learned nothing else this year, we've learned that, right? So let's see. 10-4 EP says Roofer. Peacock carries USA. Says Team FT. So yeah, a lot of stuff is carried on Peacock. So we'll run through the order one more time. I haven't seen a update of the points just yet, or early points or whatever. But William Byron gets the win. Daniel Suarez is second. AJ Allmendinger is third. Both of those guys, good points day for them. Also a good points day for Michael McDowell. Kyle Busch continues his top 10 streak. Brad Keselowski finishes sixth. He also needed a good points day. So good points day for him. JJ Yaley, amazing day for him and Rick Ware Racing with that 7th place finish. Justin Haley, another good run for him. 2 top 10s in a row for Justin Haley. Ryan Blaney, 9th. Ricky Stenhouse, 10th. Eric Jones, another good finish for Eric Jones. That's 3 good finishes for him. Austin Cindric, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and Chris Buescher round out your top 15. Then it's Ty Gilliland, Joey Logano, Eric Almirola. Ty Dillon finished 19th. BJ McLeod, 20th. That's a pretty good run, in my opinion, for BJ McLeod. It's a good run for him. Austin Dillon is 21st. Chase Briscoe, 22nd. Christopher Bell, 23rd. Ryan Preece, 24th. I didn't even see what Preece got into, but he must have been in that wreck with Bubba Wallace and them. Bubba Wallace, 25th. Alex Bowman, 26th. Tyler Reddick, Harrison Burton, Martin Jr., Kevin Harvick, Corey LaJoie, Cole Custer, Noah Gregson, Ty Gibbs, Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson, and Austin Hill finishes last, but on Earth 2, he is a winner. So there is your finishing order. Let's see. They have, for example, Race for the Championship and the NASCAR races. Talking about Peacock, I think. Has the 5 crew chief not made a number of very bad calls this year? I am all for a good gamble. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's been aggressive this year. That's all I can say. He's been met with a lot of criticism for some of the calls he's made. AJ is only 13 now. Position 13 in points now. BK almost won. Looks like they moved Buescher from P12 to P15. Listening while you playing NASCAR 15 on the PlayStation 3. Hey, there you go. I DM'd RFK Racing. A dad joke, says RJ. Yes, RJ, with 51 Indies under my belt. Hey, there you go. 51 Indy 500s. That's cool, man. BK won that race, says Roofer. Yeah, yep. It was if they had let it go green, I think he probably would have won this race. So AJ could finish second because of the poor officiating by NASCAR. Could be. We're going to see how all that plays out. Stay on here just a few more minutes. See if anybody else wants to get them in here. Let's see. See you Tuesday, BB. I'll see you Tuesday as well. One Wise Guy. We will have another live stream Tuesday if you guys want to jump in. Let's see. Byron winning with luck. Winning with speed, dangerous combination, makes for a strong late season momentum, says Ben Redacted. Yeah, I'd probably say is goes, the ball has bounced his and Kyle Busch's way more this year than probably anybody else. Brickyard Brickhead, wish you had a brick from the track. LOL. Say Kyle, I haven't seen any points updates yet, but the math, the 24 should be the new leader despite a 60 freaking point penalty. Yeah, that's for sure. I think your math is right on that. Shaw saying, see y'all later. Did it ever even rain? Yeah, at the very end, they showed it. The rain was coming down pretty good, Benjamin Lewis. So, yeah, it did rain pretty good at the very end. Sometime we need, says Mark Langren. Yeah, the tires are infinitely better than they were the first year, but they still need some work. There's no doubt about that. Thank you, BB. Yeah, and Elite Precision being in the chat. Appreciate him as well, as always. He is doing some live streams occasionally, so check him out when he does a live stream, by the way. And RJ Stupid Roofer, how'd you get your username? I don't know. But with that, I am going to end the poll early for once. So there you go. The poll is over with. And 63% thought the Atlanta race was better than the Chicago race. So that's interesting. Byron is getting consistent too. Bad. We have playoffs to handicap his success. I agree. I've seen it a lot with Jeff Gordon in 2004, 2007, and 2014. Yep. Unfortunately, the playoffs do not reward a full season worth of effort. They just reward the last 10. No bias versus radial. Says Mark Langren. So, yeah, I'll have to research that. I'm good at what I do, says Stupid Roofer. Talking about that's 24 should be champ. Well, there's a long season to go, but right now he's definitely leading the points pretty heavily, I would imagine. I'll have to look at the old school points, but I'm pretty sure he's leading either way. All right, that looks like that's all of them. So I will see y'all on the next one. Appreciate you hanging out, and peace.